The Pope says that ISIS's conquest of the Middle East is just like Jesus sending out his disciples. Pope Francis told a French Catholic newspaper, "I don't think there is a fear of Islam as such, but of ISIS and its war of conquest, which is partly drawn from Islam. It is true that the idea of conquest is inherent in the soul of Islam. However, it is also possible to interpret the objective in Matthew's Gospel, where Jesus sends his disciples to all nations in terms of the same idea of conquest. ISIS's war of conquest is like Jesus sending out his disciples? Yeah, I must have missed that Bible chapter where Jesus' disciples beheaded people, forced them into sex slavery, and made them pay a tax on pain of death if they refused to convert. The Pope also said he dreaded hearing about the Christian roots of Europe because to him they take on colonialist overtones. Yeah, if it wasn't for the Crusades, which were a defensive measure against Muslim invaders, most Italian women would be walking around in hijabs right now. But don't worry, because the Pope assures us that everything is going to be fine so long as we just integrate the millions of Muslim migrants flooding into Europe. Oh, you mean like the integrated residents of Molenbeek, Brussels, who helped hide Paris massacre culprit Salah Abdeslam for months? You mean like the integrated Moroccan migrants in Cologne who sexually molested hundreds of German women? You mean like the Muslim immigrants across European cities who are so peacefully integrated that police are afraid to even respond to crimes in their ghettos because they'll get attacked? Yeah, how's that integration working out for you? According to the Pope, this integration also includes Muslims interbreeding with Europeans to fix our declining birth rate. Yes, he actually said that. Muslims pouring into the West to breed with Europeans. Now, where have I heard that before?
سنخصبهم وسوف ننزل وسوف ننجب منهم لأننا سوف نفتح بلادهم.
Oh, that's right, radical Islamist preachers who openly advocate interbreeding as a way to conquer Europe. And all this before we even get to the fact that while the Pope lectures Europeans about allowing in millions of Muslim migrants, he lives in Vatican City surrounded by 39-foot walls that were originally built to keep out Muslim invaders. I mean, why doesn't the Pope just start reciting the Shahada and chanting Allah Akbar at this point? Listen up, Popey. Why don't you stop wasting your time washing Muslim migrants' feet, saying how awfully racist Christianity in Europe are, and actually represent your congregation? Why don't you stop lecturing us all about how evil capitalism is? How's that South American socialism working out for you? Not too good, eh? Why don't you actually do something to address the paedophiles that still infest the Catholic Church? Why don't you actually behave like a Christian by defending Christianity instead of constantly undermining it? Why don't you shut the f*** up about politics and concentrate on, oh, I don't know, being the Pope?